Okay, so welcome everyone to our Diamond Kickoff call. We will be having these calls every 2 weeks. So well, let me rephrase that because I screwed up our team call this way. We will be having them the second and fourth Tuesday of every month. So if there happens to be a fifth Tuesday, we won't have a call. Okay. So I am going to start off by having you guys do a quick little check-in on how you think the assignments are going in the group. And I will say, like right up front, is I have been doing assignments half time compared to what we should be doing them. So if you think this is manageable, we'll just continue doing them at this pace. But if you think we could pick it up to the normal pace, we can do that too. So chime in and let me know what your thoughts are on the group so far and those questions. And we'll start with Kristen.
I've liked them. I could definitely probably use more assignments just because it keeps me more accountable.
Okay.
I kind of like the daily post and the daily check-ins.
Okay, great. Great. Okay, Tiffany. I know you've been sick. You're muted, so if you want to, you can answer me later if you don't want to have to unmute yourself. That's up to you. But I know you've been really sick, so you probably appreciate the fact that we've been having fewer assignments this week.
Yeah, it has been helpful, but I don't mind doing a little bit more either. I think it keeps you more motivated.
Okay. Christy?
Yes.
Did you hear the question?
Well, I'm a slacker, so I kind of like it slow paced, but if I need to pick it up, I will.
Okay, good answer. I love your honesty. And Savannah?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind if we did one more, maybe. Right now with everything I've had going on and coming up in the next few weeks, I've kind of liked where we're at.
Okay.
Especially since I'm going in like 3 weeks, I don't want to fall behind if we start picking it up.
Right. And we are going to work something out between the two of us too to make sure that doesn't happen.
Okay.
So don't worry, and this will go for anyone. Savannah has a surgery coming up in the next couple of weeks, so obviously stuff like that comes up is going to deter your normal work ethic or schedule. So this question would just be, under normal circumstances, is this pace too slow, or would we want to speed it up to the normal pace? So knowing how you've been working already, Savannah, I think you're still going to be fine. I think you're going to be surprised because you'll probably have more time to focus on your business because you won't be able to work out and do much.
Well, I'll probably be sleeping.
Yeah. So
I'll have somebody else taking care of my 2-year-old. I'm going to be sleeping.
Yeah. Okay, so today's assignment was to draw the diagram of your path to diamond, basically. Most people, I think, got it done. Did everybody get to see that?
I got to see it. I have not drawn it up yet.
Okay.
Because I actually had some questions for you, but I had to go into town and get groceries and pick my dog up from the vet and then come home and clean and blah, blah, blah.
Well, and
so I haven't drawn it up yet.
Yeah, and we just assigned that one today, so it's not technically due till tomorrow, so you still have plenty of time. It's an important assignment, and this is why, because you have to be able to see how you're going to get to diamond. And all of you that are on the call are well on your way to diamond. So I don't worry about any of you as far as not having that path already worked out, but having it visually in front of you is a huge tool. You don't realize how powerful it is till you actually see it. And sometimes you don't realize how close you are until you actually see it. And the graphical genealogy in the back office just doesn't do it. It's too broken, and you see everybody else's stuff in there. The true map to diamond, you're not even going to put all your coaches in. You're just going to put the ones that are really working with you. So
okay, that was one of my questions, because my mom's signed as a coach and is thinking about it but hasn't really made up her mind.
So she's going to be
And
a
then-
placeholder because she's going to be one of those 4 you need to get to diamond on each leg. But she's not going to be your emerald.
Yeah, 2 of my coaches are, one of them's very active, one of them wants to be, but she's kind of on Facebook hiatus, and the other one is on the fence.
So are they on, do you have an active coach on each leg right now?
Right now, yes, but April hasn't been able to be active yet. We haven't done her welcome call, and she's not on Facebook.
Okay, so let's plan her welcome call. I think I sent her a welcome email. So we'll get together and talk about her.
Okay.
Because you can still be successful in this business without being on Facebook. You just have to do more face-to-face inviting. So there are a lot of coaches
Right.
on their Facebook business through Facebook. So we'll have to
Okay. And then I don't know if it automatically placed my mom or not, or if I need to go in and place her, and I don't remember how to do that.
You have to place before, so it automatically placed her. We just need to make sure that they're getting placed. Once you have a coach on each leg, you need to pay more attention to where they're going. So from now on,
Okay.
before you have a coach sign up, let's get together, and this goes for everyone. Before you have your next sign up, if I haven't sat down and talked with you already about where to place, let's do that. And if you don't know how to place, we will figure that out. Like I'll show you how to do it through a online share screen. Cool. And Molly, if you have anything you want to hop in and share. Molly got to diamond in 55 days, so she definitely
Wow.
knows how it's done.
You can do it. No, I was just looking in the Push to Diamond page and looking at your assignments. So are they supposed to be posted on the page, or are they sending assignments to you?
I've had coaches do both.
Okay, because I was only seeing one on today's assignment, so I was wondering if that's what they were doing, if they were sending it to you.
2
Or
people have
if they're
done it,
posting
so
on-
the other one must have been sent to me. And I'll be honest with you, when it comes to me privately, if I'm on my phone, I'm not really paying attention if it's on the page or on my phone. So, so for all the people in the group, I prefer if you post it in the group because that gives everybody else the opportunity to see what it looks like, and we all learn from each other. But I do know some of the assignments can be a little more personal, and you may not want to post them publicly. This one isn't a good example of that because it's not anything too personal. And if you don't understand an assignment, ask, because some of this stuff, you're not just going to automatically understand it. When I was told to map my road to diamond the first time, I had no clue what I was doing. I didn't even know what that meant. So, and even looking at like Nicole Jones and I still made it confusing to me. So don't be embarrassed to ever ask questions if you don't understand an assignment. Okay. So now I wanted to talk about the video assignment, which I think most of the coaches have completed, and they were fantastic. I actually loved, it was really cool because I did it at the end of my day just before I went to bed. So I had all this positive energy charging through my head as I was getting ready to go to bed. And you guys all did a great job. This is one of the first times I've had that many coaches actually do the assignment because videos are scary and usually people have a problem doing them because it's usually the first time. I know some of you have done it before, but they can be intimidating. So really, really good job on your videos. Now I challenge you to make a video of your why and post it on your Facebook page. A few of you have already done this before. This is not an assignment. This is a challenge. You don't have to do it. But I can promise you, you will generate interest the second that you do, because people love to read your story, but when they see the emotion on your face, it makes it even more like tugging at the heartstrings, and you're a real person who's really here to help them. So, so here would be the challenge. Make the video under 3 minutes, don't make it long, of your why. And then, so just make the video first of all, and then we'll worry about actually posting it. So, making the video is the first step. Then you have to go all in and just take that gutsy moment and put it out there. Both Molly and I have done this. I'm getting an internet connection unstable, so if I get disconnected, I'm really sorry. both Molly and I have done this, and I know I'll speak for myself and then I'll let Molly talk, but I was scared to death. I absolutely didn't want to do it. I only did it because my upline told me to. And I may have wanted to throw up before I did it. So it wasn't fun, but I can whip out a video about just about anything now, put it on my Facebook page, and it doesn't faze me anymore. So it's all about practice. So I'll let Molly chat about her experience.
Well, for me, it wasn't that hard for me to do, but if I think something like that, then I tend to, it doesn't sound real. So I seriously was just sitting in my car while my kids were in piano lessons, and I just did my Y video while I was sitting in the car. And I find that that's a really good time and place for me when I'm, just sitting in the car waiting for kids to come out from practices or something, to just do it on the fly. I've done my Y video a couple of times as I progress through my journey, and that's usually how I do it. I just don't even think about it beforehand. I just shoot the video, and that's what works for me. I know that other people might need to do a little bit of planning and thinking or write down a few notes, but that's what worked best for me, because then it's just more real and genuine and people can see that.
And I think it makes for a great video. People can tell that it's not rehearsed and it's coming from the heart. So
I'll post my 2 Y videos in the page tomorrow so you can see how I did it.
very cool. Cool. I'll post one too. I don't think I have mine anymore because I got a new phone and it went away.
Oh no.
But I'll make one and I'll post it tomorrow too. So you guys can get an idea of what we're looking for. And we will post ours publicly if you post yours publicly. So, but we have to get all of our coaches. So if all of Molly's coaches post theirs, then she'll post hers. And if all of my coaches post mine, then I'll post mine. So there's
And it's why we want to become a coach.
What was that, Savannah?
It's why we decided to become a coach.
No, yeah, why you decided to become a coach. Yes. And if you want to watch some videos before you make yours, if you go to YouTube and search, Beachbody videos, you can get all the top coaches Y videos, and they're all powerful. And there's even it's basically telling your story. So you've all done this. You've just done it in typed form because you've all shared this with us at least once since you signed up as a coach. This is just putting it in video form so that you can connect with people more easily.
I'll post mine right now because I have mine in YouTube, and then they can see it tonight.
Okay. Sorry, I just got a weird message from someone. I wanted to run to our page and see what the other assignment was. Oh, it was about the people you're working with. And you guys have done a pretty good job of doing the assignment. So I'm really impressed with that. Like I said, I have been going slower. So what we're going to do, I'm going to pick up the pace a little bit this next week or 2 weeks. And on the next call, we'll touch base again and see how that works. Because that's really weird, actually. There were 2 people that responded to today's assignment, and they were both posted on here because I just remember.
I know, I only see one.
So someone deleted their comment, and I don't remember who it was. Because I thought it was funny because Alicia's are upside down and the other person's were the other way, and for a moment, it was like a mirror image. Okay, so the other assignment was to share your business and to pull out your calendar and block out the hours that you're available to do your work over the next week. So did everybody do that? I had quite a few people respond. Savannah, Alicia, Kristen, Christy, everybody on this call did. Good job. And I know that with my personally sponsored coaches, we've all that's what we did this at the beginning of the month, was do one-on-ones to set that up permanently. So my question to you guys is, how is that working? So on our one-on-ones, which I've done with everyone here except for Christy, I think. And Christy, Tiffany and I were going to get together with you this next week and do like a 3-way meeting. So we'll chat about that after the call. So we're going to start with Kristen and we'll go through. And I just want to know, one, if you've set up your schedule like we asked you to, and how it's working for you.
I do have my schedule set up. Most days it goes pretty well. I'm homeschooling my 8-year-old right now, and that I'm having a hard time finding that balance in my day.
Yeah,
So
that's pretty
I bought a new whiteboard, and I'm hanging it in my living room so I see it.
That's what
And that way it's not only my schedule, but it's also his schedule. So he's very aware of what we're doing at that time frame.
Good. That's huge. This is something Molly and I had to work really hard on, was setting the expectation with our kids on this is when mom works. And I'll let Molly even comment more on this, because mine already had that expectation because I already worked full time. So they already had that in their minds that they had to leave mom alone when she's working. But for moms that are stay-at-home moms, your kids, I mean, that's what you're doing. You're with your kids all the time. So it's hard for them to understand this is mommy's time, and if you do this, then we can have family time. So I'll let Molly, she had some awesome tricks up her sleeve that helped her figure out how to do that.
I did.
Just little carts and reward systems.
Yeah, I did. Well, summer was hard. Like during the school year, I make sure that I do most of my work while they're at school, so that's not a problem. But when summer came around, that was really tricky because they weren't respecting my work time. And so I really did. I set up a chore and reward system and a schedule for the day, and rewarded them for, they were supposed to be doing their chores and doing their reading and that kind of stuff while I was working. And if they did it without arguments, without having to interrupt me 50 times, then they received rewards over the summer. And that worked out really well for me because I have 4 kids, and it just gets really crazy. It does also help that I have a space that is mine for working, and they have learned to respect that as well. So they know that when I'm in there, if they need to talk to me, they can come and talk to me, but only if they really need me. So they're getting to a point now where they do really respect that. But yeah, that's what I did over the summer when it was pretty tricky.
Cool. Okay.
I think I'm finding the hardest thing is I started homeschooling at the same time I decided to start being a Beachbody coach.
That would be hard.
I'm really trying to, everything's new.
Yeah.
Oh God,
I'm
that
trying
would be really hard.
Well, and when it's something's new, like when I quit working full time, I thought, oh my gosh, I'm going to get so much done because I'm going from working 2 hours a day in my already 40-hour week to having all day to do whatever I want. And I, for the first month, was so unproductive. I got way more done when I was working full time in my Beachbody business. So when it is something new, you just have to kind of find what works for you and then stick with it. So good job setting up the schedule. That's important. I know I talked with most of you that I have mindset, and it's a miracle if I ever stick to it in a day, but it's set. So as I'm going through my day, if I have to go pick up a sick kid or whatever, I can adjust my schedule because it's right in front of me. So while I rarely actually stick to the schedule I have up, I'm always aware that what needs to be rescheduled in. So it works really well. Savannah, have you got your schedule worked out? I know your life's been really crazy lately.
It hasn't. I just got home Saturday night, and then we were driving around Sunday. So yesterday and today are the first days that I've been able to try to. Normally I try to manage my business at night when Brandon is home so that I can actually have the time, because otherwise I have a 2-year-old in my lap. But I found today I got a good hour in talking to a couple different people about the 21-day fix, just like in the middle of the afternoon. So tonight I plan on doing my follow-ups while they're watching a movie like I normally do.
Cool. Very, very good. One thing I'll note, it's just as important. Creating the schedule isn't just to make sure you get your work in. It's also to make sure that you don't overwork, because that was one thing I struggled with when I first became a coach. And I know Molly did too, because we talked about this a lot. There's so much to learn and do that it can take over your life. And just the videos alone, you could watch videos for days, all day long, 24 hours a day, and still not finish them all. So I would find I was getting so sucked into it because I went to Diamond in 58 58 days, I think, 58 or 59. So we both moved forward so fast that we had to learn everything you're learning at Emerald, plus everything you need to know by Diamond, and kind of on our own. My upline coach hasn't been a ton of help for me, and while I try to help Molly a lot, we jumped in at the same time. So we were really learning together. And there were days where I would spend 6 or 7 hours after working an 8-hour day doing Beachbody stuff. And it was getting to the point, I mean, you can't, it consumes you. So your schedule is just as important to not overwork as it is to make sure you're getting it done. Okay. Tiffany, do you want to talk? Because I know you're not in a location where you can very well.
Okay, it's not too loud right now, but I had it set. It's just we have, I've been working with Brandon the last few days, so I haven't really stuck to that. And we're getting our schedule down for homeschooling also. We have a meeting tomorrow, but once that all gets done, then I think I should be able to stay with it pretty well.
But you know the hours you want to work right now.
Yes.
Perfect. That's the biggest part of the battle. Like your week's a good example. You'll set the schedule and then you're working with your husband and totally throwing your schedule off, and that's totally fine. Just as long as you know what hours you're normally going to be working, you just readjust and you find a different time to get your work hours in so you can work with your husband, but then get back to your normal schedule as soon as you can. So good job.
Exactly.
And I know we haven't talked about a schedule. Do you have a set schedule? I don't think so. Okay, we're moving on. Okay, so those are the assignments, and you guys, everyone on this call has done a great job of getting the assignments done. So thank you for that. The other thing Molly and I wanted to share with you guys is we have decided to encourage participation in the group, that for every coach who completes every assignment and hit Success Club in the month, that we will buy you a personal development book. So this month I have just kind of ear tagged the book to be the badass book, and I don't know where it's at right now. So it is such a great book. I just want to force everybody in the world to read this book. But if you happen to already have it, we will get you a different book. So I know a few of you have gone out and bought it on my recommendation. So if it's a book you already have that we're gonna do, we'll get you different. There's so many great ones that we've already read and a million that we haven't. So that's hitting Success Club and completing all the assignments. I think we both feel if you complete all these assignments, you're probably going to be hitting Success Club. So they kind of go hand in hand. So, and we're extending that down to the Emerald group too. So share with your coaches. Make sure you hype that up with them. Because first of all, people love to get free stuff. So it's just motivating. I know Molly and I get super competitive if it means we get to win something. So share with your coaches. You can get this free book. It's a great book. And all they have to do, it's the same thing. Complete the assignments in the Emerald group and hit Success Club. And then the other thing, I don't know if you guys, has anyone looked at the Team Cup prizes yet?
Yes.
No.
So if you hit Success Club and your team earns 30 points, then you hit Tier 1 prizes, which is an Autumn Calabrese bobblehead. They go with the kit. Hold on, I'll show you my Tony. I have it right here. Every time a new program comes out at Team Cup, they give out bobbleheads. So this is my Tony bobblehead. Isn't he adorable? Just love him. There's also a Shanti bobblehead out that came out before I became a coach, and I'm really sad. So I'm hoping he comes out again. But yeah, so you'll get an Autumn Calabrese bobblehead, which I don't think she's as cute as Tony, but whatever. It's a cute bobblehead. And then you can get some pretty amazing prizes. You get if you go up to the Tier 2, and I don't remember the point levels, you'll have to go look those up, but you can get a 21-day Fix Extreme zipper hoodie, which is really cool. They have a Apple watch that like tracks it's got a name. I don't remember what it's called, but it's a very cool like Fitbit, but it's made by Apple and it's way, way better. I think they said the regular price is like $400 on it or something. And
Wow.
I know. And then obviously the teams that win go to Santa Barbara and visit Beachbody headquarters and get all kinds of special treatment. So to go over with you guys, since you're all on Team Cups and somewhat leading them, being that you're in the Diamond group, you get a point for every Success Club point, and you get a point for every lifetime rank advancement. So like Savannah just ranked to Emerald this week. She gets an extra point on our team points. So if
Woohoo!
I know, I was so excited. We have 6 points on our team right now. Actually, a few more than that. I think we're at 8, but still, it's pretty cool. So, and I get a point if one of my coaches advance in rank. So Savannah advanced to rank. I get a point for that, and she gets a point for that. So it's very cool. So if your coaches advance to Emerald, then you get points for those people. And you can win some pretty awesome prizes. Molly's actually won tier 2 prizes before on a Team Cup, right?
Yeah, we won tier 3 prizes.
It was pretty cool. You guys got like footballs and
We got all of them, yeah.
it was
All of the tier 1, 2, and 3. It was fun.
yeah. I think Molly is the most successful in Team Cup on our team so far. So her and Melissa Jewell just killed it last year. It was pretty awesome.
That was last February, yeah,
Yeah.
that we did that.
It was so cool. That was when the original fix came out. So they actually capped points and stuff that time because people made so many points.
It was crazy. It was crazy. I think I ended up with like SC like 42 or something.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was
This
a
month
lot
isn't
of
going to
SC
be like
points.
that.
So you just go out there and keep sharing, guys, because that's how it happens. There's toolkits in the back office. Snoop around and see if you can find them. Bonus points for whoever can, and it'll tell you, I'll try this to get more people to sign up. Try this to get more SC points. Try this. So just snoop around and check it out. So that's all I have for you guys. Do you guys have questions for me or Molly? Anyone?
I have a question, Cindy.
Okay, go ahead, Christy.
So I've been talking, I went on my thing on Team Beachbody, and it showed that I had a new customer.
Uh-huh.
So I got their phone number, and I've been texting her. She lives in Texas. And then she told me to call her tonight at 8, so I've been texting her back and forth. She just signed up for the 21-day fix. How does that work?
How does that work? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
So basically what happened is she was probably watching an infomercial for the 21-day fix and called in and ordered it. And when they do that, they'll ask them, do you have a coach? And they answer yes or no. And if they say no, they ask them, do you want a coach? And if they say yes, they go into that lead wheel. And then because you're an Emerald coach, you get assigned free customers. So she pops up, you get her contact information. The fact that you got in contact with her is very cool because you don't always get to, they don't always respond. Or they'll respond.
No, I've talked to a few of them.
That's pretty cool. So what I would suggest you do at this point is ask her to friend you on Facebook. If
I already did that.
Awesome. Add her to our challenge groups. Our Team Metamorphosis page, like I said, it's going to be gravitating to a team page. So if you want to add challengers to that group, you are more than welcome to add them. What I would do is just say, if you're wanting to learn a little bit more about the business side of things, I can add you to our team page and add them there. I am going to be creating a personally sponsored coach page where I will keep coaches. But so just keep sharing with her. So what will happen at this point? Did she order a challenge pack or did she just get the 21-day fix?
She ordered the challenge pack.
Okay, so every month when her shakes ship, you should get commission on that.
Okay.
So that she's your customer forever. The fact that you've connected with her is amazing because that means that she's going to be loyal to you. A lot of times, the only way you can lose one of those free customers is if they meet a Beachbody coach after you and ask to change coaches. So the fact that you've connected with her is a big deal. And then just keep sharing with her. Include her in a don't have one. There's always the Big Desert Stars group that we have. I think you're in that one.
Hmm.
Yeah, so just add her to the group, introduce her as your newest challenger, and treat her just like if she was anybody else that bought from you that you know.
Okay.
Cool? Good job.
Thank you.
Does anyone else have questions? I wanted to send a quick little shout out to Kristen and Savannah because I had one 21 day fixer who needed a group. So I just plugged her into their group that they started on Monday. And they are doing an amazing job of running that group together. So good job, ladies. Like lots of interaction with the people in it, and just awesome relationships are being made in that group. So it makes me excited.
Yay!
Thank you, Cindy. Question on that. Since in that group we do have coaches that are wanting to start the business, is it a good idea to start suggesting like personal development books and stuff in that, because that is such a big part of our journeys?
I would definitely do it. So this goes for everyone. If your coaches that are in that group or any of your groups, when you sign a new coach, there are certain things that need to start happening. And Molly, I just realized I didn't send you the email about it, but we are going to start doing welcome letters, which I've done with some of you guys for your coaches, for everybody new that signs up. And I'll have the kits ready. I want to train you guys on how to send them yourself to your own coaches when you sign them up. Until then, I'll do them for us, but they also need to be added to our team page. So if you have not added them to our team page, add them to that team page, because that's where the excitement and like support, they realize they can actually do it because all these other people are doing it. That's why I decided, one of the big reasons I decided to actively coach is my coach dropped me in the deserts or the Team Passion page and said, just, watch and see if it's something you'd be interested in. And just by watching them, I could see there were a lot of other women working and doing this. So I knew it was possible. So even if they're just discount coaches, just put them in that team page and then say, if you want out, I can take you back out, but I'm going to add you to this group. And we'll go from there. But definitely suggest personal development books if they're interested. And I know you have some pretty good relationships with the coaches you signed. So some people might, like, I'm a good example. I would have probably been offended if somebody referred me a personal development book when I first started this business, because I thought it was a bunch of stupid crap. I honestly did. I'd never read one in my life. And that was the one vital behavior that I was just like, I am not reading this crap. Seriously. It's a bunch of people trying, I don't know. It wasn't for me. I'd never read one though, but because I promised myself I would do everything they told me to, I did. And now I'm like, why did I not do this when I was younger? Can you imagine what I would be able to accomplish if I had the confidence I'm gaining from this stuff? So definitely.
I think Life's Golden Ticket's a good one for people to start with.
Yeah, it is. It's a really good one. The Go Giver's a really good one too. If it's someone actively working the business, and I know some of you probably haven't read it yet, but Go Pro is so important. I don't know, Molly, do you have other suggestions?
GoPro is the first one that I read, and I just devoured it, and that was very helpful when I was first starting my business. And then I moved into the other ones that you hear a lot about, like the Compound Effect, and the ones that Randy sent. She sent a Jim Rohn DVD. Do you remember what that was called?
It's Your Network Marketing Business or something, but it's on YouTube. So if you Google Jim Rohn Network Marketing, it'll pop up. And that one, especially for where you guys are at in your business, would be huge, because it deals a lot with rejection and then people walking away from you after they're already invested, and then all of a sudden like throwing their hands up and being done with you. So plus you might start getting all the references on the Team Passion page. People reference that all the time, which if you haven't watched it, you're probably like, what are they talking about? No, that's a really good one, Molly. I forgot about that one. In fact, I should probably go find those DVDs, because
I know I need to re-listen to it again. I need to read GoPro again.
Yeah, and that's perfect example. Like what exactly GoPro is one you should be reading over and over again. Especially especially if you have not worked in MLM before or are not familiar with it, which I was not. I thought MLM companies were pyramid schemes, honestly. So I didn't know what I was getting into really, and that book opened my eyes. Like I remember like this epiphany moment when I was reading it going, oh my gosh, I can totally do this. This isn't that hard. So, which is one reason I really suggest it to people. And I know it doesn't affect everyone that way because some people have read it and been like, I don't get what she's talking about, but read it anyway. So if you haven't read GoPro, that's vital. You can get it on Amazon for around $5. It's not expensive.
No.
And then like Molly said, Compound Effect was another really good one.
And the
And
slight
the other
edge,
one,
those are
and I don't know
similar.
if you've read it yet, Molly, is Failing Forward.
I haven't read that yet, but I want to.
I have been hearing really good things about it, and it's actually the required book for this Diamond Group. It's the one that when they set the structure up that they have you
I need to read
suggest
it.
to everyone. So probably in our second month, because I also think You Are a Badass is an important book to read. So that book and Failing Forward will be probably the two books we give away through this course.
Perfect.
So cool. Molly, did you have anything you wanted to add?
No, I don't. I think everyone's doing a really good job so far of keeping up on those assignments, and those are the things that are going to help you push your business forward. So
Awesome. Okay. If no one else has any questions, we'll let you guys get back to your families or your work or whatever you're doing tonight. Okay. You guys
all right,
have a
thanks,
good
Cindy.
night.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.